Good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon. Greetings. How are you doing? Welcome to the Sky Spirit channel. I think I'm online. I can't see if anybody's actually watching yet, so I'm assuming I'm online. We shall see as I keep talking. So it is the full strawberry moon. So full moon blessings to you all. Full moons are fantastic things, aren't they? We're going to start with some full moon astrology, and look what I have done. Woohoo! So it's the strawberry moon today, and it's full moon right now. It doesn't have to be night for it to be full moon. The moon doesn't hide anywhere. It's actually full today as we speak. So it's the perfect time today if you've got a few minutes to do your full moon manifestations or any full moon magic. Now, any full moon is a time of giving thanks for what you've achieved in the past 28 days, but also things come to fruition. It's also, if you're that way inclined, the most effective night of the year, really, to do any spell work. So I'd wait for the evening to do that. But if you're not into spells, then think of it as manifestations, because manifestations and prayers, it's all the same thing as far as I'm concerned. It's just a way of setting your intention and trying to manipulate energies around you in a good way to help yourself and other people. So particularly with the strawberry moon, because we're in June, which is really the most fabulous time, isn't it, for the garden and for things growing and for new life and things like that. It feels like, early spring's out the way. We've really got into the swing of the warmer weather, fingers crossed. And it's that time where you feel abundant. It's called strawberry moon because it's the time when strawberries come out and they are harvested. And it's that time where everything feels like it's fruiting, that it's coming to fruition. So take time today to relax and enjoy the full manifestation of any projects that you've had on the go. Take a break from any stress if you can, and take some time to re-energize your mind, body and soul. So that strawberry moon is all about being creative and about how connected you are to others. Good morning, Mr. Steve, and good morning, Gav. How are you doing? I just want to check, can you actually see my full moon scene on the screen there? Because I don't know if you can see it or if I'm just talking about something that you can't even see, which would be nice. So if you could let me know, Mr. Steve or Gav, let me know in the chat if you can actually see my full moon picture that I've put up here, or whether I'm just like talking rubbish and blethering on. The picture that I hope you can see, that strawberry moon picture there, is actually one of my own designs, and you can buy that as a greetings card on my website, skyspirit.co.uk. You don't have to send it as a card. You could put it on your wall if you want, and I've got cards for all 12 moons. So if you fancy sending people full moon cards, and I wonder why people don't, it's amazing to me that the greetings card industry hasn't jumped on the fact that we have a full moon every 28 days, because it feels like they literally jump on everything else. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Thank you. It seems like they jump on every other occasion, don't they? So I'm going to be the greetings card industry today. I'm going to jump on that full moon and say, why don't we send full moon cards, and why don't you send mine? So there we are. I'm kidding. Right. Okay, so other astrology of today, of course, we've got the strawberry moon. It's in Sagittarius, and that ends a 6-month cycle. So when the moon's back in Sagittarius, it's asking you, because it's a full moon, it's asking you to take stock of what you've accomplished. Do sort of a review of your how you've been. How have you been over the last 6 months? Have you been better than you were, or have you been worse than you are? Worse than you are, worse than you were. Good morning, KLG. How are you doing? It's difficult, hasn't it? The last few weeks has been a difficult time energetically, with different energies coming from the sun, solar flares, electromagnetic energy, polar shifts, magnetic things, Schumann resonance. If you're into that, if you're not, Google Schumann resonance, CHUMANN, I believe, resonance. It's the harmony, the noise made by the earth. And it sort of fluctuates, and it's been sort of fluctuating a great deal recently, which again is why I think people have felt so tired and stuff. And it could be coming to a head with this full moon. So have a review. How have you felt? Okay. Tomorrow it's a little bit more tricky because the moon aspects Saturn in Aries, Venus in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and Mercury in Cancer. So that's a little bit of a mix-up. And what these mean in terms of an interpretation is that you might have your boundaries tested. So somebody might test your boundaries. So remember, healthy boundaries make for happy people, and just try to maintain those boundaries that you have. Good morning, love yourself first. Namira, how are you doing? Right, okay, and now I'm going to switch scene. Look how professional I have become. I can change scenes, and that should be me back on the screen. And notice that I haven't got my little card thing in the corner today because I'm just looking at what I've got here. Oh, we put that on and bring it up there. Just bear with me, the technology's failing. It's not actually the technology, it's actually me, because this was all set up perfectly, right? And you know, when you're getting a little bit of knowledge about some software and you literally go, ooh, well, at 28 minutes past 10, why don't I try this new setting? And of course I tried a new setting and tried to do something, and it completely messed up all the things that I'd spent like half an hour setting up in the first place. So I had this mad dash for the last 2 minutes trying to put things back to how I'd had them before I started messing with the settings. So what you should see there is my little card screen in the corner. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to do the collective reading. So you might find that this tarot reading is directed at you, okay? Doing this reading gives me an opportunity to do, although it's only 3 cards, it is a full reading. So it means it gives me, I always think if spirit is trying to reach out to somebody, this is the ideal opportunity for them to get that message across. On the other hand, it could be, you could take this as like, you know, a horoscope when you read the horoscopes, and it's sort of a broader, it applies to a broader amount of people. It's like an overarching review. Okay, so let's get into it. Right, 3-card reading. This is your collective reading this morning. Oh, we could have had that camera a bit closer, couldn't we? So you could see them. I will sort that out for the morning. But what we have here is, we've got the Fool reversed, we've got the Moon, and we've got the 5 of Wands reversed. Okay, let's have a look at, see if I can get those a bit. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? Let's have it like that. That's my 3rd screen. Look how techie I am. So, what do these cards mean? Basically, you're being warned that you're being a bit foolish because we've got the Fool reversed here. So he is not the youthful energy and the creative and the inspiration and the carefree. This is you being warned that you're being foolish. You're stepping out over the cliff, excuse me, without paying due care and attention, without, oh, I have got a croaky voice. Sorry about that. Right, so you're stepping out over the cliff, metaphorically, without paying due care and attention. Morning, Helena. How are you doing? And you're being told with the Moon card here that things are not as they seem. You need to review. And we've got the Moon card on the strawberry full moon. Love it. But the Moon card here is saying, when it's teamed with the Fool, you really need to be very careful because there seems to be some deceit around you. And I'm tying that to receipt, not self-deceit, because we've got the 5 of Wands here reversed. So, and that would indicate that people around you are perhaps those ones that aren't supporting you or are being a little bit dishonest or have ulterior motives. So the message of these cards would be to look before you leap, examine all the small print, examine all the details, look carefully if you're involved with other people, if there's other people around you in a team. This card, this 5 of Wands, particularly reversed, talks about that being backbitten, overcome by people around you, and perhaps sort of bad talk about you behind your back, or perhaps, you know, competing. It's competition, but it's not competition in a good way. It's like envy, it's like jealousy, it's like one-upmanship, okay? And it involves some kind of dishonesty. So you're not hearing the full story. Be very careful, look before you leap. So that's a very important message, and I hope that that finds somebody and helps right now. Aussie Mel, you've got the moon there. You're in Australia, obviously you're in Australia, Aussie Mel. So is it like the night of the 11th there? You're ahead, aren't you? So it's the night of the 11th. And I always wondered, in the southern hemisphere, is the moon full down then? If it's full up here, how can it be full both at the top and the bottom? I don't understand. I don't understand. But then again, I'm not a cosmologist, whatever it is. I'm not somebody who knows about the stars and the sky and the planets. So that was a 3-card reading. Oh, let's switch back over to there while I shuffle. Look at this. So I hope that reading reached the person it was supposed to reach, because it was an important one, and it's talking about to avoid jumping. Look before you leap. Don't make any hasty decisions. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Nacy. And thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel, because it's how I wish somebody could explain to me how the moon can be full at the top of the world and also full at the bottom. It can't be full on one side and on the other side, can it? That would be crazy. I'm gonna go on a serious hunt on Google for that information if nobody gives me a short answer here, because it's this kind of thing that really keeps me awake at night. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna do a 12 number, pick a number reading. So thank you, Charlene, if you would like the answer to a question, or if you just like some advice from the tarot, I'm going to ask you to choose a number between 1 and 12, and then I'll be doing a 2-card reading for those 12 digits. So you can either think of a question in your head and think of a number, or speak that question out loud. And you can also, we're generous on this channel, so you can have more than one number. Pick more than one number, pick as many as you like. In fact, if you prefer, just listen to the whole reading of all the 12 sets of cards, and then you can just take what resonates, can't you? Now remember, always remember that every single tarot card in the deck has a message for you, has a message for humanity, if you like. So there's none of them that are a waste of time. So even if something doesn't directly apply to you, it'll still be relevant in some part, if you see what I mean. So I just love the tarot. I love them. So, Mr. Steve, the moon is full. It's time that's different. I'm trying to work that out in my head. Can you see the gears clunking away here? So, but it's full there now, but it's also full here now. It's daytime, so you can't see it. So where is it actually? Where does it hover? Is it somewhere between the southern and the northern hemisphere, so it can be full in both places? Because I got my moon app out this morning. I am a witch, but I have to have a moon app that tells me what phase the moon's in, because I'm not a very good witch. But and I looked at it this morning and went, oh, 100% full. That's brilliant. Went outside, did some full moon manifestations. I'm like, then I'm thinking, how can it be full here and full in Australia? I don't understand. And I get what you mean about it's the time that's different, Mr. Steve, but it is full here. I just don't know. Right, I'm going to move on, because that's just going to send me in spirals of thought. I'm just reading what Nacy said in the chat as well. Yeah, exactly, Nacy. You do see the moon in the daytime, don't you? Sort of ghost moon in the blue sky. So it's not about the fact that it isn't there. It's usually about the fact that we just can't see it until it gets dark. So how is it in two places at once? Tell me this, or are we living in a simulation? Right, 12 card reading. I must focus and stop rabbiting on. Okay, 12 cards. It's 24 cards, but... So, Mr. Steve, the moon is full. I'm going to have to stop and read this. The moon is full, yeah, wherever you are on the planet. We just can't see it yet. I'm with you. I get that, because it turns around, doesn't it? But how is it visible on... Is it still visible on the other side then as well? Oh, of course, the planet spins, doesn't it? Right, I think my head has worked it out. Right, now I'm gonna focus, and stop thinking about the moon. I agree, KLG. It's confusing. It's confusing. Astronomer, that's the word I was trying to think of before. I'm not an astronomer, not even an astrologer, really, but I do dabble. Um, but I know some super duper astrologers like oh god, the name's just gone out of my head. I used to write for her. I used to write a column for her, and I can't remember what she's called. But she's really good. She's an American astrologer. She does her own form of astrology. What is her name? Oh man, that will probably come back to me. But yeah, she's superb. I did a course with her actually a few years ago, but I did that because I was writing for her, so I got to know her particular type of astrology because she works in a very specific way. So I did a course with her just so I could write better for her. Yeah, it was quite interesting. Right, if that name comes back to me, I will tell you because she is good. I mean, really good. Okay, so back to focus, back to focus. Right. Brain, stay on one track. Thank you. Good morning, Sue. How are you doing? Right, so we're going to put 12 cards down. I'm going to change my screen. Look how snazzy I am. And here we go. Right. Oh, am I putting them down the right way up? Yes, I do, don't I? Two. No, I don't. I normally put them down like this. What's going on this morning? Come on. The full moon energy. I'll blame the full moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all very professional here, isn't it? Honestly, there's absolutely no chaos whatsoever. Seriously. Right, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we go round again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so just catching up, looking at the chat about the moon. Right. Okay, interesting. So I will be studying the stuff on the moon later and see if I can actually work it out and get it. I think I've got it straight in my head. It's to do with the fact that the Earth is spinning and the moon is like that and it's a certain way and we all see it, don't we? Over a period of 24 hours and then the moon will have moved again and we all see it. I think I'm there. I think I'm there. Still not sure about it being either top or bottom, south or northern hemisphere. It must be in the middle. I don't know. Okay, right. So we have 12 sets of 2 cards here. Think of your question and choose a number between 1 and 12, and I shall endeavour to answer your question, or the tarot shall endeavour to answer your question. Hopefully you get some resonates or you get some resolution. I always think if your spirit guide has got a message for you, this is an ideal way for them to get it to you. And you might say, how can that even happen? Here's my explanation. We constructed time, okay? Time is a human construct. We came up with it so that past, future, present thing that we talk about and how we live our lives, that is a construct, okay? We made that up in order to have some order, in order to manage and control our lives. However, in the astral plane, certainly, because I astral travel, I've noted this, and in the spirit planes, okay, there's no such thing as time. So it's all happening at once, if that makes sense. And quantum explains this really well. But the way that I relate this to how can your spirit guide get a message to you from 2 cards I've just put down would be that they already know what those 2 cards will be when they're turned over because it's future, past, present all at once. So they can see the future. And so they will have put that little choose number 5 in your head so that the message gets to you. So I hope that makes sense. Or am I just talking rubbish? Right, anyway, let's get to it. Choose a number between 1 and 12. Think of your question. We'll see if you get a message. We're going to start with number 11 today. Number 11. Oh, I don't need to like throw and put them at the camera anymore, do I? I can just turn them over like this. Right, so we have here a Knight of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the 8 of Cups. So this speaks of you feeling stagnated and unable to move forward in a certain situation. And it feels like this is a situation where you might feel stuck. It's a practical situation. So it would be like something to do with work, finances, something to do with where you're living, how secure you feel. The forward momentum, that Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. Okay, he's the only one whose horse isn't galloping. And when he's upside down, it's really about feeling stuck, feeling about that momentum isn't happening. And you seem a bit jaded with a situation. You might feel like you've stayed somewhere too long. You might feel like you've got all you can out of a certain situation, and it's sort of time to move on from it. And then the Eight of Cups confirms that, because the Eight of Cups is a card. Can you still see the cards when I've got them like this, or was it better when I was holding them up for the camera? Let me know, because if not, then I'll switch this screen over and we'll just do it in the old way. I'm just wondering what you prefer. Let me know. So the Eight of Cups is about leaving the situation. So it feels like number 11. If you've chosen number 11, or if this resonates with you, you've got really jaded and sick of this situation, and you've actually got that little voice that's saying it's time to go, it's time to move on. And then the Eight of Cups energy is like going, okay, let's go. Because the Eight of Cups illustration shows a man walking away from his cups. He's heading for the mountains, he's heading for a better place. When you see mountains in the distance on a tarot card, it talks about a journey to be made. It talks about mountains to be scaled. So challenges are there. But it's like the first step of a journey means that you're moving in that direction. So if you've chosen 11 today, or if this resonates with you, take that first step of changing your life, okay? Any journey can seem overwhelming, all right? If you were looking towards those mountains and you're like, whoa, that is so far away, that is so far away and so difficult to get to. But this card tells you that it is worth the journey. So it's worth getting there, and take that first step. And if you take one little step every day, or every couple of days, or just when you feel like it, then that is a step further in achieving your ambitions. And when you get to the top of a mountain, you can turn around and look at the path that you've taken and look at things objectively. Thank you, Mel. You miss seeing my face. I can put it on just for you, and then I'll put it back to here. I love the fact that I've worked out how to do this. We're going to have like loads and loads of different screens soon. Okay, so that was number 11. Number 10. Number 10. Okay, so number 10, we've got the King of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. So this would indicate, okay, these two cards together would indicate some confrontation or battle is about to land in your court over the next couple of days. So there's going to be something that rocks the boat, and it could well be to do with money and to do with your finances. It's something practical, and it could be an argument about money, or it could be some confrontation about how much you're owed, or, you know, somebody's trying to take some security from you and you go and confront it. But it feels like you have to do that, okay? You have to stick up for yourself in some situations, and you have to stand proud and put yourself forward. Because I think sometimes, and I include myself in this, that it's easy to, sometimes it's easy to stick up for other people, isn't it? But not for yourself. And these two cards, yeah, KLG, I think, yeah, we need to see the cards, don't we? So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this as usual. So King of Swords, Knight of Swords and King of Pentacles reversed. So these cards about continuing what I was saying there, it's about going into confrontation, but it's about a confrontation that you have to take, okay? You have to go through this, and you need to stand your ground. You need to do things your way, all right? These are cards that say, do it my way, don't bend, okay? You can actually go your own way this time. You don't need to listen to somebody else's advice, particularly if it concerns money or finances. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments again here on whether that is a good thing or a bad thing that I have those cards on the big screen. Could raise them an inch or so. Thing is, Mr. Steve, if I put the camera closer to the cards, I can't get the full 12 of them in, if you see what I mean. I'll try to think of something else for tomorrow, because what I could, oh, sorry, Friday, what I could do is just do the 12 cards like on the table and then have the camera zoomed in and put the cards that I'm talking about in front of the camera. So I could do them. I'm going to have, what's the rest of the chat saying here? Yeah, I'll have a play around and see if I can sort out something better. And I'll see, my face is so expressive. Does that mean I pull funny faces? I know I do, because when I'm editing a video, like when you're editing a video that's not live and you're like going through it, pausing it to like do things and that, it's like I always pause it and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, does everybody do that? So I actually went on to a few more videos with different people and paused it at different places, and they've all just got normal faces. And I was like, how does mine look so weird all the time? So it's the expressive face. It's the expressive face. Yes, Aussie Mel, I'm on the Discord. Yes. Okay, so Mr. Steve, don't move the camera, just hold them up. But if I hold them up to that one, let's try that. Okay, we'll move on. We'll go to number 3. Right, number 3. Okay, let's have a look at these cards. See if I can. Oh, yes, I can do it. But I have to hold my hand really still, don't I? Okay, so what we've got here, yes, that works. Thank you, Mr. Steve. We've got the 6 of Pentacles and we've got the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Now, what this would say would be, all right, 10 of Pentacles reversed is about family money or money matters to do with family that aren't working out as you would hope. It's like losing money in the family. You'd expect to see the 10 of Pentacles reversed if you had lost an inheritance, or if there was family money that had somehow gone wrong, or somebody in the family was sort of losing money or had made a bad financial decision. And when we see that 6 of Pentacles there tied in there, this is the card of receiving and giving. So these two cards together would indicate money changing hands between yourself and a family member, or yourself and a close friend. It could be money going to them. It could be money coming from them to you. It's a bit tricky to tell, but it does speak about money going from one person to another, and they are a friend or family member. So a close friend, somebody you consider as family or as close as family, or a family member. So it's this money changing hands, and it could well be that you hear from somebody who's had a bit of financial bad luck, and you're in a position to help them, or you could be in a position where you've had a bit of financial bad luck and somebody else is in a position to help you. Now, if that isn't the case and you're thinking, well, yeah, I'm in a terrible financial mess, but there's nobody going to help me, then this card is also a card of reaching. These cards, sorry, are also saying you can reach out for help. That 6 of Pentacles is about charity as well. So it could well be that you reach out to like a a debt charity. There's no shame in that. A lot of people have to do it, and myself included. So you can, and I tell you what, the weight that was lifted off my shoulders when I contacted these people and they put in like a little installment plan thing and I was able to sort things out was unbelievable. So if you're in that position, always reach out for help. Interesting cards, number 3. See, Aussie Mel's saying hold the cards in front of me like I used to. I don't know. What should I do now? I don't know, because I've got 2 different opinions in here. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll just flick around and be dynamic. So we've got number 1. We'll use this method for number 1. Number 1, okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles and we've got the Ace of Cups. All right, so this is really quite clear. This is about a new beginning. Let's put the me screen on. This is about a new beginning. Okay, this talks about using your skills and going into education. So learning something, leveling up your skills, or following your heart into something you want to learn about. So is there something that you want to learn about? Is there something that you need that has been sort of an interest of yours that's gone on for a long time, but now you can sort of make it formal and learn your skill? Okay, this is about a new beginning emotionally, and this is about education and learning. So it's like encouraging you to take this new path, to pick up on this new learning. Maybe you're going to start a course. Maybe you'll just hear something, perhaps even on YouTube, about something. You know that there's so many. No, of course I don't mind KLG. Go for it. There's so many things on YouTube that you find for free where you can learn skills, you can learn. I mean, I'm always looking at the spiritual stuff, you know, and I watch lot about different things like astrology and crystals and that, and it's all free. And the amount of content that's available for free when you're looking at learning new skills is unbelievable. I even learned how to wallpaper on YouTube, so that would be this situation. But it's something that's close to your heart, because that Ace of Cups, that new beginning, is really about feeling that it's like it's really made a difference to you. It's a new start, and education can feel like that. I did a course with university over the last 2 years, a master's in illustration, and when I started it I was like, oh my god, I can't do this, because I'd like left school really early. I didn't even have A levels, and I went back to do a master's like 30 years later. So like it was a whole new thing for me, but the actual learning and talking to people on the course, it was online, was amazing, you know. So that would have been this situation, and it started me on a new emotional path. It made me feel so much more sort of fulfilled, and it gave me interest, and it gave me new perspectives. So this is this kind of situation. So look, I'm just sorry, I'm just reading the chat. I must stop doing that, because it must look really weird if somebody's watching this as a recorded video and they can't see the live chat, and I'm just occasionally going like I'm having some kind of distance episode. But can't remember what I was saying. So we shall just leave that there, because I've lost total track of what I was saying. Move back to this camera. So we're going to go for number 2 now. Okay, number 2, what you've got is the King of Wands and then the Knight of Wands reversed. So that's a really strange duo, because we've got, on one hand, we've got the king, who's very sovereign over his energy. This is wands, this is fire, this is what inspires you. This can be artistic and creative, okay? But then we've got the Knight of Wands reversed. This is a playboy, okay? So we've got the grown-up man and we've got the playboy coming out here. So that number 2, if you've chosen that, or if this resonates with you, what we've got here is a man, or a male energy, or a masculine energy, who's very conflicted. On one hand, he's a great leader and he knows his responsibilities, but on the other hand, he wants to cut loose, and he wants to enjoy some freedom, some jet setting, some partying, even if that's metaphorical, because like partying to me means sitting with half a bottle of wine and Netflix. But to other people it could mean something completely different. But it's that sort of carefree, just, you know, like enjoying life. So it's a struggle, it's a conflict between responsibility and carefreeness. This could be you, or it could be somebody around you, but it's, these cards are saying there is this conflict involved here, where somebody wants to let themselves relax a little bit. And I'm pulling a clarifier here because I can. And we've got the 6 of Cups. Now what this would say to me is that this person wants to kick back and return to their youth. 6 of Cups is nostalgia, it's youth, it's history. So it's like, if this is you, if this is somebody else, there's that real pull to going back to doing something that you used to enjoy as a youth, or as a younger person, is as a more carefree person, even if that was just a month ago, or even if it was 20 years ago, or 30 or 40 years ago. It's something that gave you pleasure in your past. And there's that urge to sort of get rid of the crown, put down that sense of responsibility, and you know, just live like you used to when you were just a wee knight, and rather than a king, enjoying something from the past. So those are really interesting cards. I like those ones too. So going back here, what we're going to go to is number 4. Oh, number 4. What have we got here? We've got the Death card and the Queen of Swords. So don't run screaming from the Death card ever, because the Death card doesn't mean death. I mean, yes, it can do, but only in the way that death is a transformation. And when we are the mindset of the people that tend to use the tarot, we don't see death as the end of something. It is the end of a cycle, it's a transformation. So what this card generally means, and you can read it in context when you're doing a big reading, yeah, you can see around it. But what this usually means is getting rid of the old, making way for the new, okay? So it's like burning the dead wood. Everything, if you think about it, everything is cyclic or cyclic. Is it cyclic or cyclic? Cyclical, cyclical. That sounds wrong. It's funny, isn't it, how words like sound wrong when you say them out loud. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. Everything is cyclical. We are born, we mature, we have children, we nurture things, we meet partners or what have you. We get older, we get wise, but we die, and then we go to spirit, and then we start again. That's how I see it. And that's cyclical, and everything on the planet is. If you think about it, even flowers and plants, they are a seed, they grow, they bloom, they flourish, they wilt, they die, they go back into the earth to refeed the rest of the plants. And I'm looking behind me because that painting that's up there, that's a print actually, that's called the Tree of Life, and I painted it about the cycle, the eternal cycle between death and birth and reincarnation. So thank you, KLG. You can have a look at that on my website if you want, at skyspirit.co.uk. That painting's called The Tree of Life, and it's about the cyclic nature. So back to what I'm supposed to be saying about the cards. So Death card and the Queen of Swords. So we need to get rid of somebody or something, and this Queen of Swords is looking like she needs to go, okay? Now, the Queen of Swords is an air person, and that doesn't necessarily need to be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, okay? It can be somebody with airy traits. Airy traits are, they're a great communicator, they're really good with words, they're really good with people, they can be a bit flippant, they're always starting projects or starting things, and they might not finish them. They can be quite engaging, but at the same time they can be a little bit shallow unless they've got more water involved in them. So, but on the negative side of an air person, and particularly when we look at the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords in her negative aspect can be very cutting, okay? She can be very manipulative. She is somebody that uses words to hurt, all right? Uses communication to cause problems. She can also be jealous. She can be controlling, okay? Now, these two cards together would say to me that there is this Swords Queen, Queen of Swords, somebody with those kind of characteristics that needs to be, it's a bit awful if I said she needs to go, she needs to be died, but that's not what I mean. She needs to be not ended, she needs to be cut out of your life. You need to move on from this person. Somebody, this Queen of Swords, is holding you back. They should be a thing of the past. You should have put them behind you, as that Death card is telling us. She needs to go, all right? Now, this could be, I'm saying this could be the Queen of Swords. However, the alternative meaning here, and I'm going to give you this because, again, I can, would be that this is a part of you that needs to be put to one side, that needs to be, you need to draw that line. So it's up to you listening to this, how you take this explanation. This could be a Queen of Swords that you need to draw a line from and move away from, a person, or it could be that there's a Queen of Swords within you that needs to be quashed, okay, that you need to move on from, that's holding you back. So these are really interesting cards. I relate to these, so if you do, let me know. Okay, so we're going to go for, I'm flicking between the screens here because I'm spoilt for choice and I can't work out how best it's going to work. So if you've got any ideas, let me know in the chat, because today I am the multiple screen queen. Right, we're going to go for number 8. Number 8. Oh, I love these cards this morning. They're very dramatic. Today we have got, for number 8, if this is resonating with you, we've got the 7 of Swords reversed and we've got the Devil card, okay? Again, do not run screaming from the Devil card, even though it can be quite negative. What we've got here with these two cards is we've got the intense need to move away from something very negative, okay? Now, the Devil can be general negativity, but it can also be being, let's have a good look at the Devil, okay? Look at those two people underneath his devilly throne there. See how they're actually the the people off the lovers card. So it's this naked couple, and they are chained to the devil here. They're chained to his little sort of block of whatever it is under his throne. But what's of note here is that they're chained very loosely, okay, which indicates, which symbolizes that it's like they can break free at any time. So this is a card that talks about being chained to negativity. It can be about addiction as well. It can be about being chained to addiction, being chained to a certain mindset, being chained to somebody who can be angry, violent, maybe even possessive, maybe coercively controlling, somebody who's controlling fully. Who is this devil that you're chained to? Okay, who is the devil that you're chained to, or what is the devil that you're chained to? Because what this card says, the next card here, is that we have got the Seven of Swords. I pause there because I'm looking at KLG putting all those links in the chat, and thank you so much. You are so amazing. Thank you. Seven of Swords, moving away from the devil. Now look at this guy here. All right, let's have a look up this way. All right, so look at him hot-footing it away, clutching a bundle of swords. Okay, now he is our thief in the night card. Okay, and the little story behind him, if you can imagine that he has like got up in the dead of night and thought, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to nick everybody's swords and I'm going to sod off with them, okay? But I'm going to be really cunning about it. I'm going to make a strategy. I'm going to climb out that window. I'm going to go over that roof. I'm going to get down there. I'm going to go across the beach. I'm going to get in a boat and I'm going to go to a new place, okay? So he's strategizing his escape with a little bit of cunning. Now, because this is upside down, basically what we're being told here is that you don't have an escape strategy. Okay, you haven't actually sat down and thought, wow, that's a really negative situation and I need to get out of it and this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, you haven't had that sort of presence of mind, and not cunning, although this card can mean cunning, but it's like cunning can be good sometimes, yeah, because it's working out how to do something in the way that's going to cause you the least pain. All right, so if you've got a negative person or situation to escape from, what we need to be doing, what you need to be doing, is making a strategy that's going to allow you to exit from that with the least amount of emotional, mental, or physical pain. Okay, so think about how you're going to leave the devil behind and how you're going to walk away intact, carrying your swords, metaphorically. So, you know, maintaining yourself, I think it is, isn't it? When we look at that, it's like you could be escaping with all your belongings from, let's say, an abusive relationship, but just as easily you could be leaving a period of time behind where you've been feeling really negative, where you've been depressed, where you've been chained to your own depression, and it's making a strategy for how you get away from that. So you could think, right, okay, today I choose not to feel like this. I choose to, my plan is to join this local badminton club. I'm going to go out, I'm going to meet people. I'm going to spend an hour a day outside tending my pots, okay, because gardening's very good for you. And it's having that plan. And when I say gardening is very good for you, it just reminds me of a rant, an internalized rant that I had a few days ago, because I was thinking, right, I've got a massive garden and it's a total mess because I don't have the time and I haven't been very well and it takes loads of energy to do it. And it's a mess. It's getting a little bit better now. But I thought, you know, everybody goes on about how good gardening is for you and like how therapeutic it is. And I have this huge garden that needs work on. So why can't somebody come and do it for free? In fact, they should be paying me for the therapy of doing my garden. But it doesn't happen, isn't it? Make it make sense. Right, back to tarot rather than my garden. So we're going to go for number 12. Number 12. Thank you, KLG. Okay, number 12. What we've got is the Ace of Swords reversed and the Eight of Wands. Interesting cards. Right. Let me think about this. I think what you've got is a position here where you're making your mind up really quickly and you're making it up without getting the facts right, because the Ace of Swords is when he's up that way, okay, look, we've got clouds, that's confusion. We've got a hand coming through with a sword, that's a new beginning, new energy, new direction. this way up, it's a stumbling block. It's confusion. It's a bit of chaos. It's not knowing which direction to go in. The clouds have not cleared. You are wandering around in the fog, okay? But it feels like you've got there very quickly. This is a card that can mean speed. It can mean haste. It can also mean the arrows of love. It's also like, sometimes people call it Cupid's arrow card. But whatever it is, it's like it hits really quickly, okay? But it feels like you're making a decision in haste, but there's still this confusion, okay? And if you go down that path without getting your ducks in a row, okay, it could lead to a place that you don't want to be. Gosh, that sounds ominous and sinister, doesn't it? What I'm trying to say, because I was just eyeing the chat at the same time, which is why my head wandered. I must not look. It's like, if you don't get your facts right, if you make this decision in haste, okay, could be about love, because we've got these Cupid's arrows here. Love, relationships. But similarly, we've got a sword here, so it's also about dealing with other people. Sorry, I'm being a bit vague here, but I always tell it like it is. Like, it would be easy for me just to make something up here, but I'm not going to do that, because these cards are conflicting. It's like, don't start something, don't rush in, don't make decisions in haste, because it still feels like you've got this confusion. If you rush in, you're going to be the Ace of Swords reversed, which is a stumbling block, which is things not working out as well. Aces are beginnings. When they're upside down, it talks about something that didn't begin, something that got off to a false start. And it feels like it's to do with confusion and rushing in. And it's a warning not to rush in, to get your facts right, to research, to not make hasty decisions about things. Particularly if they're emotional and to do with other people, okay? So that was number 12, wasn't it? Number 12. Okay, number 9. We go to this screen. Number 9. Okay, what we have here. Oh, is Kaza's not here, is she? Because we have the man urinating on his cabbages card, which is an absolute favourite of this channel. And we've got the 8 of Swords reversed, which is a favourite of mine, actually. So let's have a look at these cards. So, okay, the man weeing on his cabbages card is the 7 of Pentacles. Now, when this card shows up, we know it's going to be a fantastic day, because I have programmed my deck to tell us that now. So whenever the cabbages card comes out, we can rejoice, okay? But let's have a look at the meaning with these two cards. So what this talks about is, you might feel, number 9, that you've put a lot of work and energy into something, and it's not paying off for you. It's like a non-reciprocal situation, energy exchange. This is our man with his cabbages. If you have a look at him, he has grown those cabbage pentacle things. Look how proudly he stands. He is watching them. He has watered and made sure they had sun. He has weeded. He has taken pests from them. He has dug. He has toiled. He has nurtured them. And then after a period of time where he's put all that backbreaking work in, his cabbages are blooming. Look how they're catching the light there. They look really good, okay? They are delicious cabbages. And he stands there waiting to harvest the spoils of his hard work, okay? So this is what this card is about this way. Turn it upside down, and we've got a situation where, yes, the work has gone in. The man has planted, watered, looked after his cabbages, okay? But now he's not reaping the rewards, and he is thinking, you know, why have I put all this energy into this and I'm not getting it back? Because there should be a fair energy exchange, and there isn't. And what that means is that you feel you have to get away from it, okay? Because what these cards are saying is, okay, you put the energy in, you didn't get back what you wanted. However, what's happening now is, it feels like you've put yourself in a bit of a sort of a prison of your own making, because you're like stuck on this going, well, I didn't get back. I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying. I tell you what, I won't harvest them yet. I'll leave those to grow a little bit longer, okay? But when you do that, any farmer will tell you, and I live in a farming area, so I can speak with a little bit of authority. I was brought up in a very rural place, that you have to harvest at the right time. So any farmer will tell you that. It's pointless going, yeah, well, I could harvest today. The things are ready. However, let's sit around for 2 weeks and wait for them to be even more ready, because there's a very small window of opportunity when you're harvesting a crop. And that's what this is about, okay? It's not like you can just sit back and wait anymore for your harvest to complete and for you to get the energy back, okay? It ain't gonna happen, all right? What you're doing, if you wait around, you're going to be the Eight of Swords. You're going to be the lady in the prison with a blindfold on who's not looking at reality. What you need to do is go, that didn't work out. I'm moving on, okay? I'm not going to hang around and be constrained by my belief that this was what I wanted, all right? It's like, chuck it in the effort bucket and move on, okay? Sometimes when you drop everything all over the floor, you stop and pick it up. Sometimes you don't bother. You just walk through the mess and you carry on, and that's what these cards are all about. Okay, right, number, is that 6? No, it's not, it's 7. I can't count. Number 7, oh, that's interesting. We've got the Ace of Cups reversed and the 10 of Cups reversed. So on the face of it, not great cards emotionally. Who chose number 7? Let's have a look. Okay, so I've just noticed my screen's actually mirrored, because when I pick these cards up, they're one way round, and then I pick them up and look at them on the screen and they're the other way round. Luckily with the 2 card, it doesn't really matter. Right, so our Page of Cups reversed and our 10 of Cups reversed talks about the road to emotional fulfillment isn't being easy, is it? That sort of 10 of Cups position, that 10 of Cups card, when it's that way up, it's like reaching the fulfilled stage of a relationship, the fulfilled stage with your family. And if you could see that little image on there, you've got a couple who are looking at their wonderful house, they're looking over their grounds, their children play, they're just arm in arm, they're just pretty blissful, okay? It's like the ideal. It's like when you watch a Christmas film and the whole family's sitting around the table enjoying Christmas dinner together and they're all getting on well, and then you look at your own life and you're sat on your own having a TV dinner, okay? And it's like that sort of, I don't feel like I'm fulfilled feeling. It's like this, you know, when you look and you think something's better, the grass is greener, okay? When this card is this way up, it's that sort of feeling, okay? It's feeling that you're a little bit bitter about how things are at the moment. And it's that Page of Cups coming in here, because the Page of Cups, when he's this way up, he's a little magic maker. He is romantic, he is creative, he is inspiration, he's new beginnings and taking new steps. And when you put him up this way up, it's like failure to take those steps, okay? So what these cards are saying to you is that, all right, you might be feeling emotionally unfulfilled. What are you going to do about it, okay? The ball's in your court. You could choose to be the page who, on that way up, he'd be taking new steps. I'm making him walk. He's taking new steps, okay? He's off to new pastures to find his emotional fulfillment. What he's not doing is just sitting on the settee, wallowing and wondering why his life isn't like it used to be, or why it isn't how he wants it to be, okay? He's making a conscious decision to go and find it, okay? So what you need to do, the message of these cards is, you need to be this page, okay? If you're feeling like your life isn't what you want it to be, if you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled, especially in relationships, or how you feel in your heart, okay? If you're not where you need to be, you need to reverse your Page of Cups energy so it's the right way up. So you're actually feeling like there's the possibility of something new. You know, it's like changing your mindset to, don't accept that there's nothing more for you, all right? Be adventurous, be the page, take a new direction, just have some hope. I mean, it's like, you know, I think with age we get jaded and sort of think, yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. Oh, it's the last time I'll ever do that in my life. Yeah, well, I'm too old to do this now. And that is that Page of Cups energy reversed. It's that, nah, I'm not going to start this. I'm too long in the tooth. Yeah, that's not going to work out, so I'm not even going to bother. That's that energy. And it's really unhealthy and toxic. We need to be this way up. We need to be adventurous and youthfully spirited like the Page of Cups is. And I'm doing this with a card, and I bet my camera's going autofocus, and being really annoying. Okay, right, that was number 7. I have to put this camera on. Number 5. I love my new flicking around camera thing. Number 5. Oh, right. So we've got the Chariot and we've got the King of Swords reversed. This is an interesting duo here. let's have a look. Right, these two cards together would indicate that there has been a disruptive situation, all right? And this is, isn't it weird how most mornings there are cards that sort of mean the same thing? I get several sets of cards that are pushing that message that's quite similar, because what this card means is get in your vehicle and off ski. Okay, that's the Chariot. The Chariot's about forward motion. It's about moving quickly. It's about driving forward, not sparing the horses in the coach, riding ramshod. They're sphinxes. Look at the black and white sphinxes at the bottom. And what they're doing, they're pulling the chariot and they're pulling you away from the King of Swords reverse. The King of Swords reverse can be disruptive, manipulative, bad-tempered, okay? It can be a person, it can be a masculine energy, or it can be a situation. It can be something which is like turned upside down, which was good but has crossed the boundary and is not something that you enjoy doing, or not somebody you enjoy being with anymore, because they've become a negative influence rather than a positive one. So these two cards couldn't be clearer. It's okay, there's your negative influence. Get in your chariot and leave it behind, okay? And this was similar to number 11, number 10. There's actually, in fact, number 8 as well. So somebody needs to hear this message this morning, because we're getting combinations of cards which are about leaving a negative energy behind. So there might well be somebody listening who really needs to hear this, okay? You really need to get in your chariot and leave this negative energy behind. Could be a King of Swords person, could be just a situation, could be a part of yourself. Again, we had the Queen of Swords, didn't we? Was that feminine energy, which I said could be a Queen of Swords around you. It could be a part of yourself. Same with the King of Swords, but he's reversed, so it becomes even more negative. It becomes somebody or something or part of you which is really causing you problems. And the Chariot is a major arcana card, which means that it's got a big message, big impact, big change. All right, big change is needed to leave this negativity behind. And we've had this so many times this morning. There's so many cards that are talking about this similar thing. So let's make it the mantra of the day. We're going to take that full moon energy and we're going to leave behind all the negativity. So when you look at the full moon today, wherever you see it, and if you're listening to this as a recording and listen to it on another day, you can do this on the next full moon. Look into the moon and ask the moon to remove the negativity from your life. When you do manifestation and spells with the full moon, you're literally asking the moon. You're setting your intention, using the moon as a focus. So let's set the intention with that strawberry moon, lovely full moon. Either today or tomorrow will be a strong, strong power. Set your intention with the moon to leave that negativity behind. Ask it to remove it within one moon cycle. So by the next full moon, you should have left that bad negativity. Whatever's holding you back should be in the past. If I'd thought about this and thought these cards were going to come out, I would have written you a little manifestation spell and put that on as well on a different screen, because I've learned how to do that. But set your intentions with the full moon. Look at the full moon. Ask the full moon to remove the negativity from your life before the next cycle and see what happens. It's really strong. So many people try that and go, I can't believe that worked. Okay, so try it for yourself. That's a bit of witchery for you. So the last set of cards, last but not least, we have number 6 today. Number 6. Be good cards, be good cards. Sort of good cards, pretty neutral. All right, let's have a look. We have got the 4 of Cups and we've got the 5 of Wands. So what we have here is, I'm going to put them this way. All right, so here you are. Look at this. Okay, what you've got here is somebody sitting looking at their cups going, I'm so bored. I'm sitting under this tree. I don't know what to do for the rest of the day. I might just sit here. These cups are so boring. I know what's in all of them. I'm not really interested. Nothing seems to excite me anymore. I might just sit here for the rest of the day and do nothing. And what's happening behind them is this cup is being offered through the clouds. So it's like the hand of God going, behold, a cup that floweth over with excitement and what you've been looking for. but they're not even looking round. Okay, they've missed it. And this is because this card indicates that you're in the mindset. You know, when you get into that mindset when you're bored, you bit them in sick of everything and everything seems a bit the same and you can't get inspired about things. This is this card. It's contemplation, it's procrastination, it's sitting around doing nothing, being unmotivated, whilst missing out on an opportunity that's literally being handed to you on a plate. Okay, so team this with this Five of Wands card here, and this is about competition. All right, so what these cards together say is you need to book your ideas up, okay, because you're sitting around and you're missing out, and there's plenty of people who will take this opportunity and run with it. All right, so it feels like you've got an opportunity offered to you which isn't going to be on a plate for very long. It's something that could be taken away as easily as it has been presented, and that's because there's plenty of people around you who will take this opportunity. There's plenty of people around you who aren't feeling like they're just sitting under a tree looking at their cups and wondering what they can do next, because they're in that frame of mind, you know, when the energy's high and you're looking for the next opportunity and you're taking opportunities, you're moving forward. These are movers and shakers people. These are people who are on a mission and will eat up your opportunity if you sit around and wait for it to manifest. Okay, you have to look round. This person has to look around to see that cup that's being offered from behind that tree. All right, and that metaphorically is you. You're going to have to pull yourself out of the doldrums, that very flat calm existence, and take a good look around you at an opportunity that's being offered to you. Okay, and do it sooner rather than later, because time doesn't wait for anybody, and there's plenty of people that will take that opportunity and then you won't have it anymore. So that was number 6, and that was my last little pile of cards. So I hope that resonated with you. Let me know if it did. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I was looking at my YouTube Creator Studio stats, because I've learned how to do that as well, and 73% of people that watch my content aren't subscribed, which is fair enough, I guess, but it's like, wow, that's like big numbers, isn't it? So if you're not subscribed, and I'm sure most of you are, then if you're catching this at a later date, please subscribe to my channel. It takes you a second, it costs you nothing. It means the world to me, because it means that my videos will be seen by more people, and it will grow my channel, which is what I'm trying to do, because I'm a very new person to YouTube, as you can probably tell by my inability to get anything technical right. In fact, I only started this at the end of February. So I'm just trying to expand and sort of make it as a proper channel here. So if you subscribe, that really helps. Let's have a look up the chat, because I don't know if I had any questions. Oh, I haven't got my phone, because Gav, you said you were going to text me any questions, and I've left my phone downstairs. Sorry if you've been texting away, or you might have forgotten, but I don't know if you will have forgotten. Right, I'm just having a scan down here. So, you know, I think I can see better today. Like, do you know, like last week I was like, I can't see. If you want to answer a question, if you want to ask a question, if you could put QQQ in front of it, then that helps me to spot it, or it should do. Oh, there's lots of comments. Sorry, I'm just reading them now. Still going down. I'm sure I saw something. Maybe not. Maybe not. So I don't, maybe I'm just looking at KLG asking about the Legion link there. Who's Stefan, by the way? Let me know who Stefan is. I can't find any questions here. I actually thought I'd seen one. If you have a question, then type it in now. And I shall, because it's really irritating, because it seems that when people type in a question, hello, Moana, is that right? How are you doing? Nice to see you here. When people type something in, it's literally like, I reckon it's about 30 seconds to a minute before I see it. So like I'll be talking and asking something, and then I think nobody's answered, and then the answer comes. So if you've got any questions, I'll just keep blethering on here, and then if there's anything, I'll know in about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I can answer the question. But if not, we'll call it a day and get on with our day. I'm expecting my parents here any minute, because they go shopping on a Wednesday, and then they call in and they are bringing me some coffee because I've run out, and that's been really difficult for me. So I'll be shooting off in a minute and having coffee. Oh, thank you. Mr. Steve, are you talking about this, or are you talking about Stefan? I think you're talking about me, saying it's one of the best channels you come across, tarot channels. I hope so. So Ozzy Mel, he has a YouTube channel. He's making the universe and where we sit make sense now. I'm gonna look him up, and I think KLG said she's gonna send a link, I think, on Discord. So that would be awesome. That would be awesome. No questions. That is fine. Have a fantastic day today. Join me on Friday. If you want to book a full reading, then you can go to my website, skyspirit.co.uk. Other than that, I will see you on Friday, and have a wonderful couple of days ahead. Don't forget that full moon and your manifestations. Let's just have one more look at my full moon scene, because we can, and because I spent ages doing it. So embrace the full moon. There's my little information about the strawberry moon there, and that's my illustration from my full moon blessing strawberry moon card, which again you can find on the website. And now I'm going to go, and I'm going to eagerly await my parents and their delivery of coffee, which will be awesome. So have a fabulous time of the next 2 days, and stay weird, everybody.